told you about my buddy Billy Ever catching a pelican, swooped down and grabbed his spook. And I seen his boat, you know, and I just like pulled over there. And he looked like, I didn't see any of the battle, you know, it was all long over. But he looked like he'd just been in a prison fight and just distressed and whatnot. I was like, you all right, buddy? He's like, man, I had one of the old 3-hook spooks and a pelican grabbed it. And I kept him on the water and run over there. And he talk about a fight. He was beating the shit out of me with his wings as I was trying to get him unhooked to get my spook back. He said I just had to stop here and collect myself.
Did he have it in his mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, he ate it.
He tried to eat it, yeah.
Welcome to Lake of the Ozarks. Out here with Mike Marfell again. Getting ready to head back this afternoon, but we had a few hours to come out here and try to catch some fish. It's been a tough weekend. We just finished up the Toyota series. Neither one of us got paid or made the third day, of course, but you know, we had fun. It was a good trip. So we came out here and we're just gonna try to run some patterns. Kind of figured something out yesterday and we're gonna see if it's still playing. Just get some time on the water and enjoy it. It's a beautiful day. I mean, it's like 50s right now. Partly sunny skies, partly cloudy skies, and we're gonna run this jig pattern, see if we can pick up a few bites. So here we go.
What's a large one?
50. Wow. Yeah, one says 49 and one says 50.
That's a good one. That's one I needed yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, folks. Go, nice fish. That's a one I needed yesterday for sure. Just throwing this little this is a Cumberland Pro. It's the Pro Caster, and what I've done, it's a standard size jig. Well, it's actually more of a compact size jig, but I trimmed it down to give it that finesse look. So I just kind of butchered the collar up there, and it seems like they're wanting something a little bit more finessey right now. It's got a little zoom speed cross, you know, one of my go-to trailers. It's got a nice hook on there that will not bend out. Really liking this jig. It's coming through the rock really good. Just kind of out here. This is a great lake to test out a jig, to see how it handles in this rocky cover. You got all different kinds of rock out here. So we got wood and rock mixed on this bank. Just targeting basically lead-in banks, coming back in some of these pockets and stuff. But good fish. Feels good to set the hook on that sucker. Oh yeah, he bowed up on me. That was a heavy fish.
Oh, got off.
It's a good area. The whole coast probably pretty good, I bet. There he is. DT6. No. Yeah. I'll take them. Go. A little DT6 in the face. Demon, Saint color. Just fishing a little channel swing pocket thingy, whatever you want to call it. I love catching them on crankbait. It's fun. Trying to get back in the boat. Yeah, this would probably be really good in the summer. The water's warm. You know, after the spawn probably. Maybe, I don't know. It's crazy how many little small twigs there are in here and how they just find this little area.
Oh, there you go, Gabe. There's your fish.
It's Mike's fish.
Oh, he just picked it up, started swimming with it. Go, little Procaster, catch him. Oh yeah, nice. Short stringed his booty.
He got it good.
Yeah.
Same thing, you just swam off with it.
Yep, that's how the last one was. I think that little bit of breeze is key though. That bucks are moving back, folks. Same thing, he just picked it up and swam with it. Jig bite.
All right, a little midday update, midday report. Fishing's decent. We're catching a few fish, and the water temp's like 50 degrees back here where we're at. But check out this pile of wood. He said wood. That is gnarly. Just a big old massive beaver's been really working hard in here. Some big beavers up here in Lake of the Ozarks. Some marshmallow beavers. What's up, Lance? All right, we're gonna get back to it. Oh yeah, Mike's hooked up. Got a good one on here. Oh, he got a drum.
A little drummer boy.
That was a good one though. And that's about like the one I caught the other day. That's right. Bring a bass player with you, catch a drummer. This is how you do it. This is how you quick release a drum. All right, we're having a good day out here, and I wanted to take a little time to explain what's going on and show you the bait that I'm using to catch these bass on Lake of the Ozarks. First of all, we're fishing kind of transition areas back in these coves and pockets, and we're looking for just little bitty swings in the rock. If you kind of look down the bank back here, you can kind of, it may be hard to see, but there's little bitty subtle swings and just little points. The fish are kind of relating to that stuff and any kind of rock transition. So if you've got, like right now we're fishing more flat rock. Back up the bank it was more round rock, and then you know there'll be some pea gravel. Any kind of little rock change seems to be a place to target. And of course, if you run across a laydown or a piece of wood or something, especially on those banks when there's not very much wood, that's a real high percentage area. So the jig I'm throwing is made by Cumberland Pro Lures, and man, I'm really impressed with how this thing comes through the rock. I haven't had a chance to throw it in rock because, you know, around home it's mostly grass lakes that I fish, and that's really the only ground that I've thrown it in. Lakes that I've thrown it is grass lakes. But you know, Lake of the Ozarks has got a ton of rocks, and it's been coming through the rock great. I've been fishing this jig all morning, have not lost it, and I haven't even got hung up, I don't think, one time. So it's just a unique little jig. This is a 3/8 ounce Procaster, and I believe it's naked crawl. If it's not naked crawl, I'll leave it in the text below. But I've just got it tipped with a little Zoom speed crawl, green pumpkin, and I put a little bit of chartreuse on the pinchers just to give it some smell, a little bit of contrast. I think a little bit of contrast goes a long way. And I've trimmed this skirt. It comes with a full skirt, and I've just taken some scissors and I made that standard finesse collar. And I've also, another thing I do is I like to trim this jig down. I don't like it real long. I don't like the skirt real long, especially right now. It seems like the finesse jig is the way to go. The fish are still a little bit finicky, so they want a smaller profile. And I just trim the skirt down to about the bend, just a little bit past the bend of the hook. And when you're trimming a skirt, you don't want to just cut it straight off. You kind of want to just cut different varying lengths and make it look more buggy. I think that makes a big difference. It kind of makes it flare, gives it a little bit better action. It's got a unique head design. It's kind of flat on this side, it's got an eye on it, and it's got kind of a recessed line tie, which I think that really makes a difference on coming through the rock. It's, you know, it looks like it's got about a 30-degree line tie. And this jig is just, I don't know, it's just set up right for rock. It's got a dual wire weed guard. Comes through, you know, comes through cover good too, even wood. I've been flipping it around wood and it's been coming through that just fine. But I really think the key right now, the water temps are like 50 degrees. Actually 45 degrees where we're at right now. So it's dropped a little bit back in this cove. But I think the key is that finesse package. And I've actually cut a little bit off the back of the speed crawl to give it even more finesse package. And the bite has just been, they're not thumping it. They're kind of just picking it up and swimming off with it, or you just feel a little bit of a pull, and that's all you're getting. And I'm throwing this on 15-pound tests. I like to throw my finesse jigs and football jigs and stuff on 15-pound test, fluorocarbon of course. And I got a 7'3" loose football jig rod. This is the older one. Let's see, pull this up there for you. So 7'3" loose football jig rod. It's a heavy with a moderate action. It's really great for flipping in tight quarters and making those long casts. And just got a loose 7-to-1 tournament MG reel, you know, whatever reel you want to use. But I like that 7-to-1 gear ratio. It just allows you to reel it in, pick up the slack a lot faster, and especially when you set the hook on a fish, you got a lot of control over that fish. That's it. Pretty simple. If you haven't checked out Cumberland Pro Jigs, please go give them a look. They make some real quality products. The football head jig is a nice one too. I haven't had to throw it around, but if I was out fishing more points and stuff, I would definitely be slinging that thing around. But up tight, that ProCaster is what you want. So I gotta get back to fishing.
Another keeper. They're getting bigger. There we go. Jigging them out. Next pitch. Man, I needed these yesterday. God. That's freaking, those two fish would have made the cut for me, 100%. And that one I lost. Oh. We got paid. That sucker's pin was not coming off. Beautiful fish.
Been up for a while, it looks like.
Yeah. That one I lost yesterday was every bit of that.
One more thing I want to tell you about this jig is I've been fishing this for a couple hours this morning. All rock, dragging on rock, shallow. And look at the head. There is no paint missing on this at all. I mean, literally, it's just been all rock. It's been rough rock, all different kinds of rock. That lava type rock, and you still got a nice clean head there. I mean, the paint on these jigs it's doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Have you ever seen the Pink Floyd DVD, the Live at Pompeii?
No.
Oh my God, you need to watch that sometime. Oh, nah, he's not that much bigger. Oh, he's a keeper.
These are my new pants, dude. Settle. Hey, relax. We're just gonna put you back. It ain't tournament day. No boat rats. That's a keeper.
Heck yeah. Good work.
He's been up a while.
Yeah, he's got some color to him.
Yeah. If I was Jimmy Houston and had 60-year-olds with bangs, I'd kiss you, but I don't.
Good job.
Man,
Yes.
this is so much better.
Hell yeah. This is what we came for.
Makes me want to not go back to work. DJ Khaled says another
Another one.
little bucks, but
We're having
man,
fun, man. Anytime you're catching fish after how hard it's been the last couple days, it just makes it better, doesn't
to
it?
go from busting ice every day to busting fish, yeah, I'll take that. It's amazing how shallow they are, you know, after the ice out. We're catching these fish probably in 3 foot of water. I mean, look how close we are to the bank. I mean, we're on the bank. And just pitching up there to, like Gabe said, those little cuts, or if you see a boulder like that one right there, or, you know, just, they seem to just be sitting there.
Yeah, the boat's in like 6 foot of water. So these fish are really moved up over the last couple of days. And you could just literally run, you know, you could just run these flip this around. You could just run these pockets and just these little transition areas and catch fish. And I think we'll probably be doing a little bit more of that, but stained water, the water's about, I I don't know, about a foot visibility probably.
Yeah.
It's pretty stained, so that's why these fish are up so shallow.
That's why it's so warm too.
That's why it's so warm too. Yeah, the main lake's like 38 and we're back here in the river and it's 46, but we saw 50. You know?
Yeah, on the sunny side.
And then later on in the afternoon, as it gets closer to dark, we'll definitely see 50. Probably maybe back in here.
Yeah, and I think the wind blowing in here is probably blowing some of that colder water in here.
Yeah, and the wind's kind of key too. You know, just a little bit of wind on the bank seems to make all the difference in the world. And we got shad in the area. There's a lot of gizzard shad. There's a ton of dead gizzard shad. There was a big shad kill out here. But you know, shad are flicking around. It's springtime. Feels awesome. There's a bite. Beautiful fish. Yeah, see, he was about halfway. There you go.
Oh man, if you can grab it, it's fucking heavy.
It's right in that crevice. It was right in that little crevice.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever caught a rock on a jig.
That was a big one. So weigh about 10 pounds.
Here's a classic example of a rock change that like we've been catching our fish off of. You can see the kind of pea gravel and mixed rock, and then it comes into this solid rock. You can really see that change right there. These are just little spots where these fish are kind of holding. And there's a little bit of a swing right here, a little bit deeper water. What you got, man?
Little fella.
Fun though, ain't
Same
it?
jig bite though. It's just picking it up real soft and swimming off with it.
Right. Little fish. I'll take them. They all count. Right. Steeper side.
Steep aside. I won't steal now. Chill. It's a Vanilla. Chill. It's another about that size, man.
Mm-hmm. There's one.
Good one.
Oh, he ate it too. He was out just a hair deeper. Just start swimming with it. There you go. Boom. The old jig is playing today, folks. Having fun, man. Catching some fish. Good times.
I'm about to put the stupid jig bait.
Mike's throwing a jerkbait. He's getting ready to make a change though again. Go back. I don't know. It's fun. I think they're really starting to move back. Water's 50 degrees and it seems like these lead-in banks going back to these pockets and cuts are kind of where we've been getting bit. Little rock transitions and little swings and stuff. Get this fishing done, but there you go. Nice fish. Hey, thanks for coming along on this little Lake of the Ozarks adventure. Things are starting to pop, man. Trees are starting to bud, you know, things you look for in the spring that get you all excited. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the content, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So till next time, loving this. Spring has finally sprung. Feels really, really good. We had all that ice for like 3 weeks, couldn't fish anywhere, and it just feels great to get out here in the water. Appreciate it.